Hi everybody, welcome back for part 3 of our journey. So in this section, we are going to wish everybody a good trip in Spanish today. So Spanish is spoken by one of the flowers, Zinni, and another one of the flowers, Mari the marigold. She's not in the journey, but she also speaks Spanish. So in order to say Spanish, or to say have a good trip in Spanish, you would say buen viaje. So we can all say buen viaje to each other when we start our next section of our journey. So in this section of our journey, section 3, we're going to finish chapter 1 of your journey book, and you can finish reading that. And so you'll see at the end of chapter 1, Lupe says that she's traveling to Maine, and she invites Zinni and Clover to go with her. And so we can talk about so they're going on a road trip and they invited their friends. And so have any of you gone on a trip with anyone else before besides your family? Maybe with other friends or relatives like grandparents or cousins. But what if you didn't make room for the other people? Like if you have brothers or sisters and you don't make room for them in the car or on a ride or somewhere. How does that feel? How do you think they feel about that? Probably doesn't make them feel very good, right? But how would you feel if somebody didn't make room for you when there was plenty of space and they just didn't want to? That wouldn't be very nice, right? But to be friendly and helpful and considerate and caring, just like the Girl Scout law says, what should you do? You probably know, but sometimes it's not always easy. So that's just the first part after you finish reading. So if you look on page 9 of the book, you'll see that the flowers take in water and food through the roots and things. And so I wanted to show you, it's really easy to see how plants can do that. So I have some green onions here, and they've been in our fridge for a while. So they're pretty sad and floppy because they don't have any roots anymore. See, they're all getting all dried up. But, oh, there's our cat. But if we put it in some water, you can see what was sad and droopy. It's all happy now. It's full of water. And it feels much better, right? So how do you know? How does this work? How does a plant drink water? So all these plants in their leaves and their roots, if it had roots, it would have had these little tubes and it could suck up water and nutrients and things like that. But green onions aren't the only things we can eat. There are lots of other plant parts we can eat. So people eat roots and stems and the fruits and even the flowers of different kinds of plants. So I just went around in our kitchen, and there's lots of fruits. There's bananas. There's probably berries. You probably have strawberries or apples. Those are all fruits that you can eat. You can eat the leaves of plants, like in a salad. You can even eat the roots of plants if you have potatoes or lots of carrots. Those are all roots. And out of flowers, you can eat dandelions. They're edible, but for more regular flowers, there are things like broccoli and cauliflower. Those are all buds of the plants. And of course, you can eat seeds too, right? You can eat sunflower seeds, or you can eat peas or beans, right? Those are all different parts of the plants that you can eat. But let's go back to how your friends might feel. So I'm going to give you a story, and let's see how we can do what you might decide to do in this story. So there's 3 of you. There's Alexis, Jamaica, and Summer. They're jumping rope outside Jamaica's house. Jamaica's next door neighbor, Alyssa, comes by and asks if she can play too. Alexis doesn't want Alyssa to join the game. She says, "Alyssa, your jacket is such an ugly color. It makes my eyes hurt. Go away." Jamaica and Summer can see that Alexis has made Alyssa feel hurt. So what do you think? How do you think they feel? What would you do if you were with these girls and one of them said, "Go away, your jacket is ugly"? Would you say anything? Would you try and make her feel better? What do you think she should have said? What do you think Alexis should have said to Alyssa? And has anyone ever said anything like that to you? How did it make you feel? So we can talk about that. You can talk about it with your parents or your grown-ups. And so in our first 2 sessions, we talked about feelings words and how everybody was feeling and adding them to a blue bucket of words that you could just draw. So I did that. I made my own blue bucket of feelings, and I wrote all different kinds of feeling words that I was feeling through different days or how other people might be feeling. So I had things like hungry and bored, and grateful and happy and energetic, and silly and lonely and nervous. There's all different kinds of important feeling words, but you can work on that on your own too. And so this is session 3, and at the end of the session, when you've finished all of your activities, I seem to have lost it, but you earn your Blue Bucket Award. So talk to your grown-up. You should have a little Blue Bucket Award, and you can add that to your vest at the end of today. So I'll see you back for session 4.